The Adoption and Safe Families Act has three components: safety and well-being for children, permanency, and timeliness. Safety and well-being is determined by the physical and emotional aspects of child development. All children have a right to live in a home that provides them with stability to grow and develop productively while being free from all types of child abuse and neglect. Permanency is to preserve the unity of the family whenever possible, or to provide an alternative permanency family when the unity of the family cannot be maintained. This means that when a child is placed in resource care, the agency must provide reasonable efforts to help the family to make their home safe for the child, to fix the problems that cause the child to be removed from the family home. If the family is not able to successfully fix the problems, then the agency is required to find another family where the child can be raised safely. Timeliness efforts are to reduce the traumatic effects of resource care. The law requires a child welfare agency to establish permanency for children in a timely manner. In the past, children may have lived in temporary resource homes for as many as 5 years or longer. This is not healthy for children. They tended to move from resource home to resource home often. This sometimes caused emotional trauma to children. The Adoption and Safe Families Act now requires that if the child is not returned home safely within 15 months of being in resource care, the agency must file a petition to terminate parental rights, which, if granted, will allow the child to be adopted by another family. If the agency feels that there is a reason not to file a petition to terminate parental rights, they can ask the court to recognize compelling reasons not to file a petition. An example of compelling reasons might include the age of the child. Compelling reasons are determined on a case-by-case basis. Return home or reunification and adoption are two of the 5 permanency goals recognized by Asfa. However, there are 3 other permanency goals within the Asfa law. If returning the child home and adoption are not best suited for the child, then the agency can consider these other permanency options. They are permanent legal custody, also known as PLC, placement with a fit and willing relative, or another permanent planned living arrangement, also referred to as APLA. Because these other 3 permanency options have a shared legal custody status for the child, or the child remains in the custody of the agency, they are considered less permanent for the child. Asfa established a hierarchy to the permanency goals. That means that in order to achieve a goal, the other goals above it must be ruled out. For instance, before adoption can be established as a child's permanency goal, return home or reunification must be ruled out. Before PLC can be established as the goal, adoption and reunification must be ruled out, and so on. Pennsylvania has taken this one step further. To help with timely permanency for children, the agency and the family are to also work at the same time on objectives towards a concurrent goal. Concurrent planning requires that while reunification is the desired outcome for the case, in the event that reunification cannot be achieved, the agency and the family will also work simultaneously on actions that will help the child's transition towards their current goal. The court may determine that under certain circumstances, the agency is not required to provide reasonable efforts to reunify the family. If the child was abandoned, parental rights to another sibling were involuntarily terminated, if the child is a victim of sexual violence, serious bodily injury, or serious physical neglect, or the parent was committed of certain crimes such as murder of another child, voluntary manslaughter of another child, or felony assault, that results in serious injury to the child. These are called aggravated circumstances. ASFA also provides the resource parents the opportunity to be heard in court. Resource parents, adoptive parents, and relatives caring for children must be given notice of court hearings and be given an opportunity to be heard by the judge.